It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we've got high-flying offenses set to take off. It's the Texans and the Chiefs, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This brought him out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Ingram. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Kadarius Toney, the intended target for that one. And now it's 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go play action with Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Taking off, fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And this is taken in by the defense. They'll begin here on the ground. Big opening up the middle. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Open man is Kadarius Toney, the former Giant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Mahomes now to throw again. He keeps it himself. And he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it, with Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That one incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's Matt Araiza now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. First and 10 now from the 36. Stroud going to set up to throw. Open man, that's Collins.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now, some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now, Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Texans first down.
Stroud to throw. A pass complete to Noah Brown. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down, Texans.
Back to throw. Stroud. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Stroud gives it to Pierce. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. 3rd and 6. To throw is Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. They put Kelsey in motion. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes, and he can't hang on. Contact, it's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes back. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage back to the 3.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. 7-3 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face 3rd down and 14. A run here with Pierce. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Mahomes. That pass caught right side by Tony. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Next to score, Chiefs 14, Texans 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Stroud quickly out to Collins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run up the middle with Pierce. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays.
That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They put Kelsey in motion. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Now, Mahomes. That one is complete to Hartman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Mahomes to his Super Bowl winning target, Hartman, for the KC first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Right back to the air for Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Here's second and 3 to go.
Brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
3 yards to go.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught. What a throw. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Texans 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Texans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing is Stroud. To the outside, catch made by Brown. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And the Texans first down.
They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 40.
Stroud. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's Pierce. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Stroud gonna set up to throw. He's got his big tight end. Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
21, Texans 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Chiefs offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to him with another drive here. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Looks to be an injured player, and oh no, it's Travis Kelsey who is being looked at. Second down and 3. Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now, Mahomes. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Infraction, defense. Automatic first down.
Mahomes now to throw again. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Man in motion is Brown. Once again, it's Pierce. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now we're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. And he's not going to get there again. Same player, same result. No gain, and now it's 4th down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
This one, returnable. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Mahomes.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Going for it all. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A throw right side is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a give to Pierce. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Pierce. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. First down throw, Mahomes. They'll look to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Throwing is Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Mahomes on first down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's in. Nicole Hardman. Touchdown, Chiefs. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Texans offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Texans 10.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and the big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. Great games coming up in Week 16. Starting on Saturday, a 1 o'clock kick between the Texans and Chiefs at Arrowhead. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
First half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That one is complete to Hardman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Texans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
On the carry, it's Pierce. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. they're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Ball start, offense.
So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he gets that to Hardman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. They put Kelsey in motion. Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
At the 16-yard line.
Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
To throw is Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw again. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They hand it off to Pierce. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down for Houston. Stroud to the outside. Catch made by Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A run out of the gun with Pierce. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 2nd down, Stroud. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Huge catch and run. They finally get him down, but there's a flag. Not sure if this one's going to stand. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. Now, Stroud. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They are closing in on a baker's dozen. 13 wins on the year, one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to lift the Lombardi Trophy come February. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Play action here. Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is caught, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They were stopped on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The score, Chiefs 41, Texans 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A second down throw for Stroud. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And 10 yards to go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Throwing is Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it.
McCole Hardman on the return.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On comes the Chiefs punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down.
And the Texans first down.
To throw, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First down, Houston.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction. Defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw is Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Texans.
Now, Stroud. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Pierce.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Gray is the motion man here. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
Third and long for Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.